Black Clover is back, and you know that meme from 2 weeks ago where everyone was calling it Yami Uchiha? Yeah, that might actually be the exact story. Yeah, no joke, Yami's clan might have actually about to commit treason. So, starting from the beginning, Ichika is telling Asta that the Yami clan apparently has been assassins for generations, and they are descended from Kaijin, which are straight up demons. So she's basically saying that they're descended from the demons. You know, the race that Asta and his crew just got done defeating. So, apparently, the Land of the Rising Sun is split into 5 provinces. The province they're in right now is the one ruled by the Ryu clan. And apparently, long ago, this is how the story goes, a 5-headed dragon basically ran around causing mayhem and destruction, which is probably why the shogun of this part of the country is referred to as Ryu. But yeah, the 5-headed dragon was destroying shit. But then a maiden came, appeased the dragon, and it apparently just decided to leave. And apparently the dragon's Yurushu, his key, went into the sea, turning it black and stagnant, and basically connecting it to hell. At least that's how the legend goes. The one who's actually telling this story is actually Yami's father, who's telling it to Yami, who in turn, as a little boy, is like, that's complete shit. So, Yami's father is currently training him, and he's basically just being a complete jackass like you could imagine. He's drinking while fighting with him. Yeah, he's not a good dude. And he's complaining that they're descended from demons, and so there's no way they should be wasting their time guarding a small province in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, there's inklings that he intends on being greater, or his people being greater. And he asked Yami if he agrees with him. As you can imagine, Yami's like, no, you're just spewing crap, old man. And that's when Ichika runs over to Yami, who's been knocked on the ground by his own father. So, yeah, the drunkard sees her and just gets pissed, because apparently she looks like her mother. And he's pissed off because she gave birth to a girl and then died. And so this is obviously feudal Japan based, so as a girl she's considered useless by the standards of the time. And so basically he tries to fucking kill his own daughter, just in a rage. It's insane. Obviously Yami blocks it to protect his sister, and his father's actually really proud. Okay, so it seems, just like how in the Clover Kingdom magic is everything, here, ki seems to be everything. So those with greater amounts of ki are considered better than those with lower amounts of ki. And so his father is proud just how much ki Yami has, and he basically says, you probably have more ki than even the Ryus. So he's basically saying that his son is superior than the shogun. Yeah, so Yami isn't hearing that, and he basically takes his sister away from the situation, and basically says, I'm going to go fishing. And while he's fishing, he catches an oni pufferfish. I understand why they basically think the waters of their country are connected to the hell, because it seems that first off, the water is black and stagnant, but apparently the fish in there are also kind of fucked up and weird. I'm guessing this is a normal fishing spot for Yami because Ryu just knew he was going to be here. Well, he's already got his abilities. But yeah, he of course runs over to Yami and them while they're fishing, and he says he wants to join. Yami just comments, the overseers are going to get mad at you, right? And Ryu doesn't seem to care. He's like, no, it's fine. So yeah, Ichika still uses Sama when speaking to him, and he's like, no, I want you to speak to me like we're friends, like Yami does. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen. And this sparks a mindset in Ryu. He says, no, don't say that, because I want to create a country where everyone is treated as equal and has a fair shake, even if they don't have great amounts of ki. Because, like I said before, that seems to be the thing that matters here. Not magic, but ki. And you see Yami's response is, that idea is ridiculous, but I like it. And this makes a whole lot of sense why he followed Julius so much, because Ryu and Julius were very much the same. They very much wanted to create a better country for their people, no matter what status they were, no matter how much ki they had, no matter how much magic they had. This makes a whole lot of sense why Julius was so important to Yami, because he basically was just an older mentor version of his best friend. And Ichika apparently believed the same thing, but the thing was, she believed that her brother was lying at this point, because it's revealed that at age 13, he just slaughtered their entire clan. Here's the thing. Ryu is all bloodied and beaten, and Ichika seems to be on the verge of fainting. So there's clearly more to the story than just Yami massacring his clan. Either, yes, his clan decided to attempt a rebellion, or an actual, devil showed up and started to, kill everyone, and then Yami somehow was able to fight it off. It had been a very low-ranking devil at that point. But the point is, it's clear Ichika doesn't have the entire story, because once again, she's a little girl and she's bordering on unconsciousness in her own flashback. The only thing that we get to see is just Yami standing around the dead bodies of his family. And then he just left ended up in the Clover Kingdom. And apparently Ichika really doesn't like that part, where she basically is treating Asta like he's some kind of disease again. But once again, it's been revealed that they do not like foreigners here. Hell, they don't like foreigners in Clover Kingdom either. Of course, Asta's going to fight back on this, saying that he believes in the Yami that he knows and that there's no way what she's saying is true. And this just angers her to the point where she decides to basically murder Asta. Like, she calls it training, but it's clear that she just wants to beat the living shit out of Asta. Yeah, straight up in her rage, she pulls out a scroll and dons samurai armor made of dark magic. And she basically says, I'm going at you with full power. You either survive this or you don't. I don't care. So yeah, she's basically striking out the way her father did. So she definitely has her father's blood in her. I did not expect her fighting style to be donning herself in just darkness magic and fighting in such a manner, because the way Yami fights is he just uses darkness as more of a slashing technique, basically cutting through dimensions and such, but hers seems to be more of a defensive type of darkness magic, which isn't gonna work very well against Asta's, the anti-magic, because no matter what kind of armor you have, if it's made of magic, it's gonna be cut through easily. So I'm assuming it also increases her strength, speed, and other such. It has to, otherwise this is literally a meaningless spell against Asta. Also, she probably has other spells, so she's probably going to be able to do more things, but there's a high probability Asta's going to either get crushed or he's going to push past his limits. My guess is that he's going to push past his limits, and he's actually going to come out as the winner, or at least a draw. I mean, this is Asta we're talking about. If anyone can do it, it's him. Either that or Yudo. One or the other is going to be able to do it. Be able to just push past their limits and beat someone who's basically on a, borderline revenge. She wants to get revenge on her brother, clearly, but this isn't her brother, so this is kind of like a revenge by proxy kind of situation. But yeah, I'm glad there's no break next week, so we're going to see one hell of a fight. The entire chapter is probably going to be just a fight. Either that or it's going to get cut off halfway, but my assumption is that we're going to see the whole fight. It's going to be just one long thing, and it's going to end either in a draw or Asta's victory. And I cannot wait. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Black Clover and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.